Welcome back to Magnificently Black. I am your host, Seven,
And I'm Jen.
Here on the Magnificently Black podcast, we will share our journey through life as we navigate through careers, entrepreneurship, financing, travel, and all things Black. Let's talk. Welcome back to Magnificently Black. I am your host, Courtney, and we have Jen, our co-host, and today we also have a special guest. Her name is Carla Cross. Hi, Carla Cross. Would you like to introduce yourself today and tell us about yourself also?
Okay, hello. My name is Carla Cross, and I am the CEO of Bedazzled Ladies Boutique and the founder of the team Bedazzled Blessed Bosses. I wear, buy, and sell $5 accessories. I also am the event planner for Bedazzled Ladies Boutique. And today I'm coming to you to tell you about an amazing event that we are having in March for Women's International History Month. This is my second annual Women's Mind, Body, and Soul brunch.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Right? So, Jennifer, this is since we are bringing this to the world as like a platform for women empowerment. What are some of the you could give us your feedback on like women empowerment or what you think about the what's going on, you know?
Well, I think now we have a lot of women coming out with their own businesses and running their own businesses, which I think is great. Same for me. I'm running my website business, which I try to focus on when I'm not at my 9 to 5, which I enjoy more than my 9 to 5, let's say. So I think it's great how we're all getting out here, getting that hustle, doing our business, doing things that means a lot to us. So I think it's great.
Definitely. So some of the things I would like to say, so Carla is my cousin from Norfolk, Virginia. So one of the things that we want to talk about is how when coming up with this event, how did you come about the idea to serve your community in this capacity?
Okay, so let's talk about what led me to organize this event.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that. COVID led me to organize this event. I'm also the owner of a social club, Black Onyx and Pink Pearl Social Club, located here in Chesapeake, Virginia. I started the organization in 2017 because of my love for serving the community. I came up with this idea of a women's. I'm not new to events. I have a lot of events all the time, but this one was special and near and dear to my heart because COVID brought it about. I always wanted to do a women's event, but I kept putting it off. So finally I decided. COVID actually made me decide to do it. And the reason why was because um at the end of COVID changed the dynamics of everyone's
Yeah.
life. During COVID,
We
people
lost people.
lost their jobs.
Yeah.
They had to stay at home with their children. They were now confined to the house with their kids, with their husbands, with their partners, with parents. So during this time, you found out if you really like the people that you live with.
Yeah,
That's
for
right.
sure. For sure. That's
So
what
during this time, you found out if you
it
really, really
grew.
like those people. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, it
yeah,
changed a lot of people's lives.
yeah.
People getting out of the house every single day, taking their children, is dropping their children off at school, going to work was their outlet. So they no longer had this outlet. So I had
Mhm.
a lot of people lost that I know personally lost friends, family members, co-workers,
Mhm.
etc. So I decided to have this event because I thought that it was time. And Women's International History Month was the perfect time because my thing was let's celebrate, even though it's Women's International History Month, let's celebrate the everyday woman right here in a
Mhm.
757, no matter what you look like, where you come from, what your title is. Everybody is important. And it was about mental health, teaching people Let's feed our mind, body, and soul, because I felt like it was something that we needed.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things that me and Jen have been talking about, is how self-care plays an important role on like your growth or just being a person in general, because sometimes having that outlet, and when it's cut off, it just makes you shut down, and it just makes you feel like you can't
Yeah.
accomplish anything or anything like that. So, Jen, how do you feel about self-care and some of the things that that Carla was saying?
I think self-care is important. I was just talking about this with a friend, saying, you have to take time for yourself. Work gets a little hectic for me. And she was mentioning how she would just get lavender, and there's this thing she puts in her shower, and she says she just feels refreshed and renewed just doing those simple things. But something like what Carla is doing, she's coming up with something where women can get together and
Yeah.
also
So
share
that's
things, get things off their mind, and talk about self-care. So I think it's a really important thing mentally, for us to take time for that self-care, because you have to reflect on and let go of the day. So that's what I'm trying to do better. A lot of times I come home and I'm real stressed and I don't do anything, and people are telling me about all these things they do when they come from work, and I'm like, why have I not been doing that?
Yeah.
It's just,
Because I
I
feel
think it's
like
important.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so what you're creating, Carla, is something like sisterhood and a bond within the community. Do you think outside of that, a lot of people come with like knowledge of networking and actually are more of a sisterhood once they leave your event and things like that?
Last year, when some of the guests were interviewed, it was something that when I put it out and promoted it, people were like, "Oh, it's going to be a women's event, just a day of just to get away and to hear," because I have speakers. I
Okay.
have I told last year we had 5. This year I have a total of 6
Okay.
speakers. So when I thought about the event, I thought about, what do I want women to get out of the event? What do I want them to take away? How do I want them to feel? Why do I want them to attend um, this event? And the one thing that I kept coming back to was self-care. And the reason why is because a lot of us women in general, let's talk about the definition of self-care first. The definition of self-care is a practice of taking action to preserve one's health. And we know that as women, we're mothers, spouses, partners, business partners. We got to do homework. We got to cook dinner. We got to take care of everybody else when they're sick. We take care of parents. So it's a lot. We work full time and part time, and then we have soccer and basketball and baseball and dance and all of that. So a lot of times we make time to do all of these other things for our families, to take care of our families, and we leave out the care for ourselves. We always say, well, I got to take DJ to basketball practice, so I'm gonna go get my nails done later, or I'm gonna go get my hair done in 2 weeks because I got to take my husband to such and such appointment, or I got to take my dad for this. Just it's
It's a
everything.
lot.
Life was lifing. Um,
Yes.
so we know that it's been proven that women all over put things on the back burner and always say they're going to come back to it. And we miss a lot of events and opportunities because we are taking care of other people. So I thought that it was important for, if only for one day, if only for 4 hours, that we got out, we laughed, we loved on each other, we shared experiences, we got information on why mental health is important, on why it's important to take care of our bodies and how to take care of our bodies, and why it's important that we take care of our spirit and our soul.
That sounds good to me.
Now, Carla, do you think that there needs to be, or do you have a routine for self-care every day in your personal home, right? Not for, I guess, your women's empowerment thing, but do you find that you have a routine for self-care? Because I
Let me
start
tell
out
you
doing
about me.
self-care and then I stop.
It's a process. It's a process, and I will tell you why. And it was important to me also because my dad is sick, and so last year was a challenging year for me because um I have a husband. I have a son. My son was a senior last year, and you know how senior year is. Everything is going
Mhm.
down on your senior year.
Yeah.
And my dad got
Mhm.
sick, and he came to live with me, and he's on oxygen now. So I am his caregiver. I'm the one that takes him to all of his appointments. So I work full time. I'm
Yeah.
employed by the Department of Homeland Security. I'm an accounting technician. I work 4 10-hour days a week, and then I have a boutique that I work. I have a
Mhm.
brick and mortar boutique. I also do travel. I am a travel agent.
Well,
I also I also own a social club that is very active in the
Yeah.
community. And a few years ago, I got the outstanding community service award from Black Brand, the Black Chamber of Commerce here
wow.
in Hampton Roads. So I
Mhm.
do a lot. A friend of mine who passed away used to say, "Your name of your business should be Carlotta Enterprises because you do a lot."
Yeah.
So it's hard. You have to find a balance. And for
Mhm.
me, if you don't find a balance, eventually God is gonna sit you down. So you're gonna have to do it voluntarily or
Mhm.
involuntarily. So for me, I had to learn that I need to take, if it's nothing but 30 minutes, a day of quiet time to myself. And it's whether I go and sit in my car or I go and sit in my
Mhm.
office at home and close the door. Or my favorite place in my house that everybody who knows me knows is my bathtub. That's my prayer closet. I make all my business decisions there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's my me time. But you should. I encourage my team. I have a team
Yeah.
of 618 consultants right now under me for paparazzi that I lead. For paparazzi, I'm an elite consultant, and we do self-care Sundays. And on Sundays, I check in with my team every single day to find out what everybody has going on, my club and all of that. But on Sundays for my team is self-care Sunday. So we always check in, and I have to
Mhm.
find out, okay, what is everybody doing for themselves today? Whether it's I'm gonna watch a movie because I never get to do that, or I'm gonna go get my nails done, I'm gonna go get my feet done, or I'm gonna take myself to the movies. You need that time just for mental clarity
Mhm.
for you to figure out the rest of your week, or what's next.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like that.
that sounds like something I need to start incorporating for sure. I started out doing meditation. I fell off on that. I said, "Oh, I'm going to take a bath and enjoy that. Get me a little tray where I can put my iPad, where I can read a book or
Mhm.
just have candles." And was not on a routine. So I think I need to do,
Mm.
like you said, set like 30 minutes or set a time or a day that I'm going to do it and just do it.
Yeah.
But it's hard because I have that tray that you have in your bathtub that you can
Yeah.
keep your phone on. And guess what? I'm in the bathtub and I get a text from somebody in
Oh
my
no.
club or one of my team members asking, how do I do this or how to do that? And I'm like, I'm in the
Yeah.
bathtub, but I wind up
Yeah.
answering.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
yeah,
I guess
you
that
have to
could be a
use do
problem
not
too.
disturb. You got to put on for the look for iPhone
Yeah.
users or any users. Put on for me. I put on an hour of do not disturb, and the only
Mhm.
thing is for that hour, I make sure if it's an important call, I have my emergency contact so y'all can get through anyway. But I usually set it for an hour. I either play like on my iPad or I'm doing something like watching a video, but it's something that like brings me down and I'm just like, okay, I can breathe
Okay.
again. Let's
Mhm.
let's go to the gym. I'll reset. And I'm just like the 30-minute thing, definitely. Oh, I take a nap. My
Yeah.
thing lately is taking a nap. And I'm like, I used to not like taking naps, but now a good nap will do me very, very good. So
But
Those
listen, one
adult
of my
naps are
outlets
good.
was the gym. So I just started going
yeah.
back to the gym and I went yesterday. And I'm like, okay, I'm 53 years old. I'm going to be 54 in August, God willing. But yesterday I was exhausted. Normally the gym energizes me. I'm ready to go. I come back home, I'll take a shower. I'm ready to take on the day. But yesterday I was broke down. I was like, what in the world?
I said, that's why I'm like, I just want to go to the
I
gym.
feel like that too.
I'm even thinking about getting a new treadmill because the treadmills was on sale at the end of the season. I'm like, get one for the house. I'm like, I don't know
And
about
that's what
that.
I thought. I was like, I want one for the garage. And I was like, I can go out there and I can walk anytime. And Derek is like, yeah, are you really going to use it? Are you here's DJ? Look, your DJ, are you really going to use it? I said, you know what?
You got to start somewhere. got to be like, got to start somewhere. So you told us about your event. Did you want to give us some information of when it is, where it is, and how people can purchase tickets as well?
Okay. So my event is March the 23rd. That is the third, I think it's the 33rd Saturday. It's March 23rd. And it is at the venue 757 located in Portsmouth, Virginia on George Washington Highway. The event is from 1 to 5. However, the doors open at noon because we have vendors. It is a women's second annual Mind, Body, and Soul. We are going to minister to your mind, body, and soul. We have 4 guest speakers and a keynote speaker. We have someone that is going to tell you about entrepreneurship, educate you on entrepreneurship, educate you on buying a house and why it's important to have good credit and how to start building good credit and what programs, first time home buyer programs are out there for you. We also have an insurance broker. She's going to talk to you about life insurance, annuities, and savings. And then we have our mind, body, and soul speakers. We have somebody that is going to give you, last year for the mind part, I had someone from a mental health facility come and she talked about why mental health is important and she gave you information on the different facilities here in Hampton Roads. This year we're going to take the holistic approach to mental health. And for the mind, I have Amy. This is Amy's second year coming back. She's going to tell you why it's important to take care of your body, your sexual health, how to take care of your body, how to have better relationships with your partners. And then we will close out with Pastor Grace Reed. Pastor Grace Reed currently lives in Atlanta. She is an elite consultant with Paparazzi Accessories as well, but she is a serial entrepreneur also. She's a real estate agent. She's an elite consultant. And her father is a longtime pastor here in Suffolk, Virginia. And her family is from Titustown, where our family grew up on Hewhart Street. So she's related. Yeah. So she is going to, and she is, if y'all thought last year was amazing with Pastor Dawn, this year is you got to be there. So again, it is March 23rd at venue 757 located in Portsmouth, Virginia. The information is on Eventbrite. You can look under second annual Mind, Body, and Soul. And this event is sponsored by my boutique, Bedazzled Ladies Boutique, which is also located in Portsmouth, 3405 Tire Neck Road in Portsmouth, Virginia. I can be reached at 757-202-2650. I can be reached on Facebook under Bedazzled Ladies Boutique, Carla Cross and Carla Renee, and also Boss Cross on Instagram and Bedazzled Ladies Boutique on Instagram. Okay.
Yes.
So you have all kinds of options. But I'm going to feed you if you have attended any of my events, you always eat well. We have something for everybody.
Yeah.
Whether if you are a vegetarian or not. So we're going to feed you, and we're going to feed your mind, body, and soul. So I'm excited. This venue is much larger than the one that I had last year. My expectation has it has been it has been exceeded. Everything is just kind of falling into place. Even last year at the last minute, my original venue sent me a text message and said, "We're not going to be able to accommodate you. We double booked." So at the last minute, 2 weeks before my event, I had to find another venue. But as always, things fell right into place like they were supposed to be.
So one thing I will say to everybody is, please, for sure, and go to the event, purchase tickets. Even if you don't go to the event, you can donate money to the cause, and we'll put that link in the bio too. But also, it has been a lot of hard work to plan this. Every time when I text Carla, she is at a venue doing something, and she's just like, "Well, I'm doing this right now. I need to go do this." So please attend the event, donate money, let her know, like, even if it's supporting another business, whether it's buying jewelry. That's also like, okay. So the blind buying jewelry thing, got to follow her on Facebook. She goes on live as well, and she will model the jewelry, and she shows you how it looks, the different colors. So definitely follow her on Facebook and Instagram, because you will definitely either want to buy jewelry from her or plan your next trip with her, either if it's in the country or out of the country.
Yes.
So now the t-shirt, did you create the t-shirt too?
This t-shirt comes from my boutique. This is one of the items that I carry in my boutique.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to check that out for myself.
On one side of my boutique, the name is Bedazzled Ladies Boutique. And on one side, I carry paparazzi accessories, $5 jewelry and accessories. And then 2 years ago, I've been in this business. It will be, since 2017. So 2 years ago, I decided to expand my boutique and add another side. That side is called Charming Carla's. And those are all items that, guess who? Carla likes.
Yeah.
So it's shirts, it's shoes, it's bling.
Hats.
I go live on my Charming Carla's page every Wednesday. That is a private group that you have to be invited to. So if you send me a friend request, I can invite you to that group. But I go live with paparazzi, $5 jewelry and accessories 3 times a week at my Carla Cross page. You can follow me. I can no longer accept new friends. I have 5,000 friends and lots of followers. So you have to follow me. But I go live 3 times a week on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Thursdays at 11 p.m. Oh, this is Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, that is late and people are up shopping. I'm normally live for 2 hours, okay? And then on Saturdays at 2 p.m. And then I pop up sometimes during the week. I also have a website as well. You can find that information on my page also. But I do want to say that it is important as women that we continue to inspire, support, and just be there for one another. And it's not always about giving advice. Sometimes people just need you to listen to what they have to say. And if you are interested, I was told I had to give some tips too about women interested in living in this era. In this empowered era. So I put down a few that are important, that I think are important. And the first one is to not be a people pleaser. Don't be a people pleaser, but treat people fairly. You have to know what it is you want, write it down, and make it plain. Because at the end of the day, if it's something that you really want to do and you put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, you're going to be successful. It might not happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, but what God has for you is for you. And you have to always remain teachable. You have to be able to accept constructive criticism and remain teachable, because it's always something new that you can learn and that you can use for your business.
I like that.
So, and just be your own unapologetically individual self.
Yes, yes, I love it.
Because and the one thing everybody always be like, what's your superpower? Everybody has a superpower. All women have a superpower. Your superpower is your own uniqueness. So don't ever let anybody take that away from you.
Look, so with that being said, and those tips about the era of how to live and be aware and self-loved and self-care from Carla Cross, I definitely think that was a very good episode, because he gave us a lot of good tips for people just to think about and how to incorporate them in their life. Even if, like you said, even if it's not 30 minutes at the beginning, if it's like 15, try to grow from 15 to 30, because that's what we need. But yeah. Oh, go ahead, Jen.
Anything's better than nothing, for sure. I mean, I'm going to start mine.
Yeah, it is. And it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to ease into it, especially if you have a crazy schedule like mine. You might start off good and then you're going to hit a bump in the road, but you can always start over. I tell everybody, every day that you wake up, that you get to open your eyes and breathe, is an opportunity for you to start over.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I like that. So I want to say thank you for joining us today on today's episode, Carla Cross. We really enjoyed meeting with you today and talking to you today. Listeners, please attend her event. Also follow her on her social media. We will include all the information. Also, this will be dropping in February, so you'll be seeing it around, and we'll also include, like I said, links, videos, and we may do like when she has the event, see if we can try to go live or something like that. So we'll see. But any other words you would like to say, Carla or Jen, before we head out?
I would like to say thank you all for having me. I thought I was going to be nervous, but I'm just so excited.
Yeah. This is a safe space. We just talk. We just,
This sounds like
relax with it. No need to be nervous.
But in closing, I just want to say that I want every woman to walk away from this event knowing that whatever she has to offer matters. Whatever her role is in life matters. Whether you're the president, the cleaning lady, the co-founder, the secretary, you matter. And so, and every day, look, we all gonna win every day. And when we all work together, people always say, well, why do you say it's so important for women to support women? Because when women support women, when we support each other, we all win.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today on today's episode of Magnificently Black. We'll put your information in, and we hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Okay, we will, and I will be sharing. And thank you all so much for being my first sponsor for my event. Several have followed after, but I appreciate you all. And I will be posting and tagging you all. Thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for joining us for today's episode. We hope that today's episode inspired you to continue to be the best version of yourself, and remind yourself that you are magnificently black. Everything black is beautiful. Until next time.